for joining, for those who joined or who will be watching our stream. So for today, we will be playing Modern using our blue-red deck. So it's a Gift Storm deck. So basically, it's a Storm deck. It's blue-red with a bunch of draw cards, and um, you have different rituals, Desperate Ritual and Pyretic Ritual, to generate mana. If you have Baral or Goblin Electromancer in your in your board, so with these two creatures, they will reduce the cost of your spells, and your spells will generate mana basically. Then with this, you get a Gifts Ungiven. Then Gifts Ungiven will basically fetch you copies of those cards again. Then you rinse and repeat. You cast Past in Flames to cast them again, just to make your storm count be equal to 20. And then you use Grape Shot uh, to win the game and deal 20 damage to your opponent. So basically, it's quite. Um, the gameplay is very simple. So in game one, we don't interact with our opponent that much. Um, then in your sideboard, this is when we start interacting with our opponents. So we have Lightning Bolt, Flame Slash, and Abrade to deal with creatures or destroy artifacts. Then we have Mystical Dispute for counter spells, Pieces of the Puzzle to for grindy matchups. Then Empty the Warrens. So just in case in your sideboard you have your opponent's you think your opponent will sideboard like Leyline of Sanctity or cards that prevent you from dealing with them, dealing damage directly to them. So this card will attack their life total indirectly by generating goblins, 1/1 goblins. Then we win by attacking on the next turn. So without further ado, let's play. Let's start the tournament. Let's join a tournament. Let's just join a modern league. Today, let's submit our deck. Gift Storm, yes. Yep, let's play Modern League. So the Modern League will be 5 rounds. 5 best of 3 rounds. I'm not sure if we'll be able to play all 5 tonight. It's already 9:30 here in Japan. But let's start. So for those who are in my channel, please do, if you want to interact with me, or you do think that I'm making a mistake, or you think otherwise, that if you see my play and you think otherwise, just feel free to comment, to leave a chat. So I'll be looking at the chat while I'm playing this game. So feel free to do so. Okay, so we have found our first opponent for today. Let's join the match. This is round 1 for our Modern League. Yep. So we won the die roll. Yes, we're gonna we're gonna play first. Yes, we can keep this hand. You have 3 lands, Remand, and a Goblin Electromancer. So we'll just play the Steam Vents tapped and not pay mana, not pay life, and pass the turn. Okay, opponent fetches with Mystery in Forest. Breeding Pool. Shocks. Shocks himself or herself. We're not sure. Oh, since they are green, I think let's just take the risk of casting Goblin Electromancer. What do you guys think? We can Serum Visions or we can just cast Electromancer. I know, let's just play safely. Since we have the rituals already here, maybe we can just hold a remand. Try to go off on turn 3. Okay, opponent thinking. Okay, shocks again. Taps 3 for something. Uro. Yeah, we can remand this Uro. Just let him delay. So we have the Manamorphose. We like that. Okay, let's try. I hope we can find what we're looking for here. Let's try to end the game. So we have 3. Then we can Manamorphose for 2 blue. Yep. Add 2 blue. Okay, we have Repeal. We can cast Serum Visions. These are very bad. We can put I want to put this on the bottom. So we drew a Gifts Ungiven. That's what we want actually. Then we can Manamorphose. Hello Maki. Thanks for joining. This is still the first game. So we'll Manamorphose for 1 red and 1 blue. Oh, we have 2 Gifts Ungiven now. Then we can Gifts Ungiven. Choose target opponent, yes. Pay 2. We'll leave 1 blue. So our storm count is now down is now 7. So usually when you do Gifts Ungiven, you're gonna select Desperate Ritual, Manamorphose. Hi bro, nice ka bro. Thanks for agiing. No, we don't want that. So the first time you cast Gifts Ungiven in this deck, you select the rituals. So 1 Desperate, 1 Pyretic, 1 Manamorphose. Oh, not the island. I'm sorry. I'm having a hard time selecting. Don't choose this card. Then 1 Past in Flames. Then Manamorphose. So these 4 are your primary targets. So now we let the opponent check what he will give us. So whatever he will select, abi na ko na OnlyFans nga ipakita. So our opponent gives us Desperate Ritual. It's okay. We'll just cast that. Then Manamorphose again. And we'll just add 2 reds. Okay, then at this point we can let's look at our sideboard. We can flashback. Wait, sorry. During this point, we can actually just flashback Past in Flames. Okay, so now these cards we can just recast again. Then Gifts Ungiven for um, let's just flash this back, add 2 red. Our storm count is now 11. So Desperate Ritual. Do we have? Oh, okay. So we can cast with flashback, then splice. Because we drew a Desperate Ritual in our hand. Okay. Then just cast everything again. Desperate Ritual again. We can actually splice it again. So now we have 11 mana. Then Manamorphose for 2 blue. Let's add 2 blue. Then another Ritual. Then we can Manamorphose again. So we'll just up this storm count to 20. Then we can actually win this turn. So we will cast another Gifts Ungiven. Now this time selecting still Pyretic Ritual. We will select Grape Shot this time. Then get another Past in Flames. Oh no, sorry. And choose. I don't see it. Past in Flames. Then another Ritual. Then maybe get the last Ritual. Grape Shot, Desperate, Past in Flames, Pyretic. Yes. So whatever our opponent will give us, we will deal 20 damage. So cast this. Cast Pyretic. Cast another Desperate Ritual. Then cast Past in Flames. Then just Grape Shot for the win. So I guess we win now. Always yield triggers. Yeah. So we can win now. Same targets. Now we can always. This is kind of it's kind of tiring in Magic Online, but you get the idea. I think we can just stop building. Just put same targets. So at least we win game 1. Not sure why our opponent is not conceding. At least he's letting us use the time. Ohoy, we win, Choy, we win. Okay, so we begin sideboarding. So our opponent is white. He has white. So I do believe he has access to Leyline of Sanctity. So that way, I think it will be safer if we put our two empty Dawarens here. Then he has Uro. Yep, let's add counter spells. Maybe around two counter spells. I will remove the sleight of hands. Or actually, I like sleight of hand. Let me just remove some opt. One op, one serum. Then I don't probably need the visions. And I don't need the repeal. No, we need the repeal. Okay, let's just remove one cantrip. Yep. So this is our game 2. Yes, this is it, Choi. Okay. Let's make our cards bigger. Okay, so we're waiting for our opponent. Mulligan to 6 or keep? Saya nga ani. But I guess we need to mulligan just in case we don't get a land or we can't get a land out of the our top two cards. So let's just mulligan. Yeah, I think this is a better hand. We will keep this and put the Sulfur Falls probably. Put one of the lands. Okay, so main green. Birds. Okay, abundant growth. So no ley lines for his opening turn. We can steam vents. We can shock ourselves. Cast a Serum Visions. At least we won game 1, unlike the pauper league that we had wherein we lost. So we don't want that land. Let's put it on the bottom. Do we want a card draw? Yes, we do. So we'll just put this on top. Then pass the turn. Since we have both Baral and Goblin Electromancer in our hand, so let's just cast one and let him deal with it. So we're actually flooding. Now, this is not the, okay, wow. Ren and 6 for our opponent. Yep. Beginning of combat, sure. So this will only deal 1 damage. So what I like to do here is just put the Electromancer. Then pass the turn. Okay, you can fetch. So we are racing against time here. Ren and 6 will just keep on returning this Misty Rainforest for him. Okay. You can bounce this if you want. And that's what he does. Should be okay. Next turn, we'll still do that. Let's play the Sulfur Falls. Cast the same thing. Then we can Serum Visions. Yep. We don't want these two cards, so let's just put them on the bottom. Okay, so we drew a Pyretic Ritual out of that. Then that should be okay. So we just need a... We need just a Gifts Ungiven, and then we can go off actually next turn. Hoping, given that he doesn't have any counter spells. Lightning Helix is okay. Because we still have a Baral. We have a backup. So at least now we know what are his removals. Sure. If you can tap out, I would be very happy. Yeah, that's still ways to go. It should be okay. And that's our gifts. So that's what we are looking for. So we'll just drop this as a Lava Glide pathway. We want red mana. So we'll cast Baral. Hopefully it doesn't have any removals. Then we can go crazy with this. So Pyretic Ritual. Don't kill. Oh! Yes, a Fatal Push. It's okay. He has a Fatal Push. Maybe we can Manamorphose. In response. But we can't because of the Teferi. Okay, you can kill my... hoping to get another Baral here. Or an Electromancer. And nothing. I think I'd want the... I'd want the Shivan Reef. Okay. Okay, that's a bummer. Okay, we will... Hello, sir. Can I ask you a favor? Yes. Hello, Aries 073. So opponent has 6 cards. We have a Remand. We can just pop. So this Teferi is actually hurting us very well, very much. We can't Gifts at the end of the turn. We can't Remand, so our counter spells are basically nothing. Maybe let's Gifts. Gifts, and um let's get Electromancer and Baral. Need a review in my build to Paper Magic. What's your thoughts on about the build? Sure, I'll look them up. I'll look it up in a bit. Mm, maybe we need a ritual. Let's get a pyretic and a um I'd probably want to get a Manamorphose just for drawing additional cards. Okay. Let me open this in a different tab. Sorry. Yeah, we'll just pass this turn. So it's a okay. Looking at your deck now, Aries. It's a black red deck. Wait, it's still loading though. Please wait. Wooded Foothills, yep. Sure. He gave us an Electromancer actually and a Baral. Didn't notice it. Okay, Ren and 6. So actually the problem here for Storm is that dealing with opponents like this one, having lots of removal, it can definitely hurt us, but it doesn't mean that we can't play around these removals. Um, However, it will basically slow us down actually. Or let me just check. Okay, opponent gives us a Narset, and I guess it would be I guess it would be game for us with that Narset and Unmoored Ego. It's okay, we can just concede on this game. Okay, let's check your deck first. My winning piece is 3 cards combo. Aerialist, Mirror, Shield, plus Mark of the Vampire. Okay. Life Link. Aerialist would be... Ah, yeah. Actually, my cousin runs a similar deck like this one. Although it's mono black. What's Mirror Shield? Oh, okay. So I think the most important thing here is that it will give your creature hexproof, so that yeah, whenever you gain life, yes. So basically, if actually this I think your build will basically make the aerialist a very big creature. Then your rats basically be Skulk That Touch. Okay, I think this is a good deck, but I think you can add like a fling or something. Wait, let me just submit this deck. Sorry, my opponent is waiting. So let me just open your deck here. So the combo is basically Mark of the Vampire will give your creature lifelink and +2/+2. Then the aerialist will trigger that whenever you gain life, it will put a +1/+1 counter. Wait, let's play first. Let's play first. Yeah, so since this, you can actually just win by attacking with a very big area list. However, I also believe that you can try to add fling to win on the spot, or if your opponent has blockers or something. Yeah, sure, sure. I actually like these kinds of decks because you're looking at your curve. Your deck has a really good curve actually for an aggressive deck. So yeah, but I think just if you want, you can probably add. Do you have a sideboard list? So add some duress or Thoughtseize in your sideboard, or you can just add Inquisition of Kozilek for a cheaper. Fling is a 2 mana instant wherein you will sacrifice a creature as an addition to its cost. Then Fling will deal damage to target creature or player probably equal to the power of the sacrificed creature. It's a red card. It's a common actually. So when we're talking about budget, you can also um, it's a very good budget card. So hoping that our opponent will not kill our Electromancer. Oh, and he does, or maybe a she. I'm not sure, but looking at its name, it might be a he. It's okay. We still have one Electromancer, but the problem here is that our Sulfur Falls will come into play tapped. Opponent has 4 cards in hand, now 5. Huh. Now I can see that we need the Spire Bluff canals here. It's just that those cards are very expensive at the moment. It's actually I think around $10 in Magic Online. It's basically same as the paper Magic. And I don't want to spend my this for $40 for 4 copies of that. That's why I just use Sulfur Falls because I have these um, even before when I was still playing standard during Dominaria. Okay, just play and mm-hmm. What do you think it's a slow or fast deck and the archetype aggro or combo? No problem. I'd welcome your questions actually. So, you mean your deck? In what category does it fall into? If that's the question, sorry if I misinterpreted the question. I think this can be considered aggro. So I think in modern, for example, this storm deck that I'm piloting right now, it's actually a turn 3 deck, but usually it goes off on turn 4. So, um, but decks like this one, because the Vampire of the Dire Moon has lifelink, you can actually get away of. I mean, you will not be concerned of like losing on turn 4 because you have lifelink. So I guess your category would be basically be aggro for this deck. But I do believe that you don't need the rancid rats though. Probably you can just put something with more power. But of course, I do understand that that touch is a very good thing to have here. It's just that I believe that it kinds of messes up with your speed. Yeah, good luck with that. Good luck with your FNM. So when I was still for I have actually, because of the situation we have now, I have stopped going into FNMs because number one, most of the card shops around here in my area um, are not holding tournaments anymore. But if it's your first time going in, like if you're not yet very prepared with the deck, aggro is the best thing to go. Yes, so your build is actually aggressive. It's kind of combo, but it falls into the aggressive build because in the first place, this deck needs to attack for you to win. So this is aggro and kind of combo. So yes, you're not wrong into getting an aggro deck for your tournament. I do believe that it's sometimes it's okay. People are very much tempted to go into control, but what's the problem with control is that if you don't know the meta game of your store, then it's actually not good because you will basically struggle. So let's probably he has some Omnath already. Can we just try to let's just try to empty the warrants here for 6. Yeah, but I think we're gonna lose and we failed to combo off. Yeah. Yeah. This is actually hurting us very much, the Narset. So I think we can't win with this. Let's just start attacking next turn with these 8 goblins. So he'll block 1. We can deal 7, 6, 5. And hopefully this would be enough to win. But again, uh, Omnat, there's a reason why this is banned in standard. Thank you. I'm from the Philippines, but I'm streaming from Japan. Oh, thank you. Thank you very much, Scry. Aries 075. Okay, Niv Mizat is in play. I think our 8 goblins will not be enough. Oh, Aries, where are you from? Actually, I think we will be losing this game. Niv Mizet and Omnath are already there. Ah, okay. So maybe we can just quit the game now and concede. Ren and 6 will just keep on killing our creatures. But let's just see what we draw. then we can quit the game. We can concede the game. Okay, giving us false hopes. Remand and mystical dispute. Okay, I guess that's game. So we lost in match one, and let's just play probably one more round, one or two rounds probably. Half Filipino, half Canadian. Okay, I'm pure Filipino. So thank you for actually dropping by here. Okay, so your local game stores are already open there in Canada. Oh, no lander. It's Mulligan. Waiting for powder. Yeah, we can keep this hand. Put one Desperate Ritual. Or put one land. And these are three Sulfur Falls. Come on. Seriously. Yep. And that's why you play Cascade Bluffs in this deck. The physical copy that I have of this deck has Cascade Bluffs actually. But for Magic Online, I do have the Sulfur Falls ready. So I opted to just play them. Aether Vial, okay. I need an untapped land. Oh, I see. But 10 players is good enough for a tournament. Actually, here in Japan as well, it's getting stricter because I think our um, like the COVID count is has been rising still. It actually hit a plateau and then just lately it has been rising again. So, but the stores are open though, so you can enter the shop, buy cards, but the tournament area are usually closed. So it's good if there's 10 players. You just make sure that you wear your masks and practice social distancing. Uh, yes, Mausoleum Wonder that encounter a spell. At least it can only counter an instant or sorcery spell. So we're playing against spirits. Yep. At least we can manage to combo against this deck. Yep, take two. Are you gonna Aether Vial something? No? Are you just playing modern? Sir, how competitive are Filipinos in playing Magic? We are very competitive. Actually, I think uh, compared to like when I joined the Grand Prix before, and playing against Japanese players here. Japanese players are more casual. Um, and they're not that very serious. But if you're playing against um, Filipinos have this very competitive nature, and I think it's also because of the because most of the people now are just net decking, and Filipinos are very competitive. So most Filipinos have a complete set of those like cards that are very powerful cards. Uh-huh. So yeah, I do believe that Filipinos are very competitive. I think one of the most competitive people that I have played against and have, yeah. Community of Magic here is actually very large. Magic is very famous here in Japan. Yep, modern only. Switch to Commander as a format. Yeah, I'm not sure if you have like competitive Commander there, but in Japan, we stores run competitive Commander tournaments as well. And I do also play Commander sometimes. Before I was not in Tokyo, I was assigned in like in the mountain areas. Not really mountain areas, but in a rural area. And I have a play group there. We are like 6 people and we do play Commander in the weekends. We play FNM on Friday and then we gather on the weekends and just play Commander. Commander is actually a very fun format. Like if you and one thing yeah, at least you are playing modern, so it's an eternal format. So if you invest on cards, you will not be you're kind of sure that it will not cycle out, unlike standard. Okay, so we need to pay 2 for the Mausoleum Wanderer. Hmm. We don't need 4 Desperate Rituals. Yeah. How can we win? Good thing is that our opponent only has 2 cards left. If I can somehow sneak in this Gifts Ungiven. Oh, another Wanderer. I can probably just counter this for the sake of drawing a card. Yeah, let's counter this. Just for the sake of drawing a card. Doesn't really make he can just recast that though. But I just want to draw that card. And it's a ritual again. Sure. Now maybe we can start casting the Desperate Rituals. Let him um, let him use this let him use the counter spells, the counter creatures that he has. Yep, you can attack for 6. We'll be down to 6. I need to combo off next turn. Yes, Hareruya is actually the biggest shop in Tokyo. So I think it has like 200 or 300 seats. Mm, I think we lose. We can combo off probably if our opponent doesn't have these counter spells. But let's just, yeah, it's actually Hareruya. And yeah, so it's one of the biggest magic shops in Tokyo. And what's good here is that what I like about Hareruya is they only sell magic. So in Japan, there's actually a bunch of cards, of trading cards, like anime trading cards, Gundam, Pokemon, Yu-Gi-Oh, um, Vanguard, and of course, I it and you get to share usually you get to share the tables with those card games as well. But in Hareruya, you're 100% sure that um, everybody there is just playing Magic. And then I think Hareruya runs daily. They do run tournaments of all formats. I actually I just went to Hareruya last week and I bought some um, cards. I'm building a 93-94 old school format. So I just bought like revised edition cards for my old school deck. Okay, so we lost. So we weren't able to manage to combo off because of the basically he has answers for our creatures. So maybe we can just add we do want the upgrades. Then let's add some lightning bolts probably. We don't need the counter spells. Lightning bolts. Yeah, I think this is what I want to. We can remove the Silundi Vision and two cantrips. Just remove the sleight of hands. Yep, we'll be playing first anyway. Oh, sorry. Mm-hmm. What's happening? Is it stuck? We did submit the deck already though. Am I being disconnected? Not sure. Yep, we're back. It was a lag. Oh, we were waiting for our opponent. Okay. So yes, we would like to play first. Let's try to combo off as fast as we can this time. Steam Vents, pass the turn, then put a mountain, get a Baral. We want to draw one more ritual or a Manamorphose. Hopefully we can go off on turn 3 if we have one more spell. Like a ritual or a Manamorphose. Okay, opponent is taking a long time. Yep, we can just play Steam Vents, then not pay life and pass the turn. I think we'll just be ending our stream. We'll just be playing until round 2. Then I'll be playing the rest of the rounds for our league, probably on Sunday. Mhm. Should I gamble and just cast this barrel on turn 2 so that we can gifts ungiven on the next turn? Yeah, I think, yeah, let's gamble and just pray that he doesn't have an answer for this barrel. If he doesn't have a counter for this, I think we can win next turn. Okay, breeding pool. Hoping and praying that our opponent will not have any answers for Baral. Creatures you control gain indestructible. Yes. I think we can manage to win next turn. Okay, so what we will do, we will Desperate Ritual, splice the Desperate Ritual, then cast the Desperate Ritual, then Gifts Ungiven, then just go off from there. Probably. End step, yeah. Our turn. We can go for Steam Vents, pay 2 life. So, Desperate Ritual, cast and splice additional spells. Oh, I missed clicked. I missed click, but it should be okay. Let me just cast this again. Then I will Gifts Ungiven. So we have 3 red and 1 blue, which should be enough for us. So we would be what usually we get rituals, 2 rituals for this. So 1 desperate, 1 pyretic, then Manamorphose, then last would be Past in Flames. Where's Past in Flames? This one. Yep. Then let our opponent. So whatever our opponent will give us, we would surely cast Past in Flames for this. Nice one, Maki TSO. Combo. Okay, so we will just cast Manamorphose. Ah no, Pyretic Ritual. Manamorphose for 2 blue. Oh, should we be greedy and cast this Goblin Electromancer? I don't think we need to. I'll just cast. Yeah, we don't need to. Let's just go Past in Flames now. Yep. So our storm count is 6. So opponent. Now we can Desperate Ritual. Then Desperate Ritual again. Pyretic Ritual. No, Manamorphose, I mean. Background music, yeah, I think we need that. Sorry, Choi. But I'm actually not sure on what music can I um, add. But yes, I'll find a way. So we have storms, a 10 storm count now. Waiting for opponent to click this. Okay. Desperate Ritual. Anime OST. No, I think we will not be allowed to play anime OST. Let's just wait. At this point, I think we can just go Goblin Electromancer. Anyway, wait. We can Goblin Electromancer probably. Yeah, let's cast Goblin Electromancer. Then Gifts Ungiven. So our storm count is now 12. I think what we can do here is um yeah, Desperate Ritual, Pyretic Ritual, Manamorphose. Oh no. No, we don't. We just select one ritual. Then we need the Grape Shot. Grape Shot, Manamorphose, Desperate Ritual, and Past in Flames. Yep. So let our opponent select what they want to give us. Basically, this is game, I think, because we have opt and yeah. So they gave us these, so we can just Manamorphose for 2 mana, 2 blue. Then Serum Visions. Yeah, we want the gifts if we really want to. If you want to have a dick move. But I think we don't need to. We will be down to 17. Um, yep. So we are 17 now. We can just pass in flames, then grape shot. Yep. So next, on game three, uh, we just need to counter. We just need to kill actually their Mausoleum Wanderer. I'm not sure if he has like a. Um, we can actually just add one empty Dawarans if we want. Now we have 61 cards. Let's remove one opt. Yep. So this is gonna be our last game for tonight. Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. Okay, waiting for our opponent. Steam fans, Manamorphose. This is actually too. This is actually not good. Not a good hand. It's keepable, but I would want a more. Yep. Keep or mulligan. Maki, what do you think? 80s. What do you guys think if you're still in my channel? Uh, I'm seriously considering a mulligan. We don't have the creature. Keep. Pinaapaday ka, bro. Okay, let's keep this. Yeah, let's keep. Mull. Me, I'd also want to mull. Now you're there's 1-1. Okay, I'll just partida kay Nahapay Morphos. Yeah, but it's very risky. Our opponent is an Aether Vial deck. Sorry, Clarom. It's not partida, but okay, I'll just mull. And we still have the Manamorphose. We have Goblin Electromancer and Baral. Yeah, let's keep this. I think this is a better hand. Maybe we can put the opt. Yeah, goods kaayo. Yeah, yeah. It was a good mulligan. We can put a mountain. If he casts a Mausoleum Wanderer, let's lightning bolt that um, on the spot. Yep. Nakapadyo ng bolt. Yes, yes. So, yeah, but he doesn't have a turn 1. Okay. Yeah. And what's bad in MTGO, kind of, is that it doesn't actually have the. Should we bolt this? Because even if we don't get rid of this one, it can still protect a card. Whatever creature he has. So let's. What's the difference between tempo and mid range? So tempo decks are actually most likely they are blue. So you put early creatures and um, then you make your opponent and you ride that creature to victory basically. So you use counter spells or what return his blockers into his hand and just ride that creature to victory and attacking every turn. So that's what the idea of a tempo deck is. So you make your opponent go off tempo. Then mid-range decks are actually like black-green decks. wherein you let your opponent do the discard. You try to do a semi control in the early game, and then win in the middle rounds. Like turn, your opponent will, your deck will basically be active on turn 3, turn 4, turn 5, turn 6, and try to win, like before turn 10. So other than that, if your deck needs like to really control the game in the early game, then that will be now I'm missing our lightning bolt because this will exile our graveyard. But it's okay, we have lots of removal. We can start attacking with Goblin Electromancer if that's the case. Okay, should we change our strategy then, guys, to Goblin Electromancer aggro? Okay, so let's cast Baral. Then play a Sulfur Falls, then Serum Visions. Manamorphose. So put this on the bottom. At this point, I want to draw a removal. So although this would also be, this is a combo piece, but we already have one in hand. So let's just put this in the bottom and to draw an aggro. Hope to draw a lightning bolt or an abrade next turn. Yes, and we do want to smash with a Goblin Electromancer. You can kill my Electromancer. Me, I do have mid-range decks. In my legacy deck, I have a Stone Blade deck. So that deck is actually kind of mid-range. I'm more comfortable playing mid-range or aggressive decks. In all formats, basically all formats. This is another hate against us. So now we really do like to draw like an abrade. And then I can also go aggro. I actually like mono red because in terms of price, mono red will give you a competitive deck, and it's actually very cheap. So what we do here is just attack with Baral and Goblin Electromancer. Yeah, let's do that. Woo, RDW, yes. Mono red is Mono red is the deck. And then I also have a black red reanimator. Actually, that's my go-to legacy deck. When I play in Grand Prix, it's now called Magic Fest. So playing in Grand Prix, I usually want to just win on turn 1 or turn 2. So that's why I play black red reanimator in legacy. So what's good is that you can just, when you're playing against monocolored decks, so the black red reanimator deck can just cast an reanimate an Iona and name that color, and then basically you just win with that. So this is a 3 damage match, and I think we would kill him first if he doesn't draw a creature. So yeah, our combo deck became an aggressive deck. Oh, another body. Okay, let's go aggro. So just a correction, we're not playing a Gift Storm deck. We're actually playing a blue-red aggro deck. Maybe we could have just cast Manamorphose to cast this, just to draw that extra card. Opponent thinking, what will you do? Okay. Let's attack first. Does he have flash? I do believe he has flash creatures. Come on, no flash. Just take those damage. Coco. Oh, you're right. Yes, 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 yes. You're right. This deck has a collective company. Definitely. Our opponent has that. But since this is like a combo, we are a turn 3 combo deck and collected company is like 4. Turn 4, there might be a chance that he has to remove some copies of collected company in the main. Oh, he took the damage, man. Let's do this. Goblin Electromancer aggro. Oh, what's that? Okay, you can draw. Hmm. I hope to draw a remand. At least next turn when he casts a collected company, we can just remand it. I think at this point he will not be attacking anymore. Oh, but he does. Okay, so our opponent, I think he has found an answer. That's why he's still attacking. Grape shot. This is interesting. But he does have this one. So each spell a player casts costs one more to cast for each other spell that player has cast this turn. So this Damping Sphere is actually an anti-storm card. So let's just try to Manamorphose first. Hoping to draw an Abrade. Add one blue, add one red. And we drew a repeal. So what we'll do now is that we'll try to bounce this Dumping Sphere. Let's just, yeah, we need to shock. And then repeal this one. Then we need to pay, each spell costs one more to cast for each other spell. So we played Manamorphose. So we need to add 3 to tap 3. Oh, what's he doing? Oh, so he did a spell queller here. Um okay. Anyway, we need to pay that. Can we not pay it? That might be a bug if we don't need to pay it. Oh, okay. So now what we're gonna do is that we can actually deal 3 damage to his um yeah, we can actually kill. No, what we will do is we will Desperate Ritual to up our storm count to, then we will storm for 4 to kill all of his creatures. Yeah, let's. Yep. Yeah, we can do it like this. We can. Storm count is 5. So we can kill all of his creatures. You may change the target. Let's just put same target. Same target. This one, change the target. Then this one, this is the target. Then okay. Opponent, what will you do? Yeah, you can sacrifice that card to at least remove my graveyard. But it should be okay. We're not actually a storm deck. We are a blue red aggressive aggro deck. Yep, and now we attack. Can we? Yeah, I think we can. Oh no, we will not cast any cast any number of those cards without paying its mana cost. Actually, no, we can. We can just attack. Yep, I'll lose that mana. It's okay. Then attack for 5. Is would this be enough for us to win? I'm not sure. If we win, this is gonna be very epic. Gift Storm winning with no storm. It's just attacking. Hopefully, we get a lightning bolt on top at least. Or if he doesn't have a blocker. Um, but I do believe that he has collected company. And that's what Tempo Storm. Yeah, this is Tempo Storm. Piratic Ritual. Yeah, I think we need to attack. Although we will be attacking. Um, I'm pretty sure he has a collected company. But we need to attack. Okay. This will tap a creature, right? Spirit gains hexproof. Okay. So he'll kill one of my Goblin Electromancers. He'll take 3. He'll be down to 2. Then he can't use this actually. He needs to pay life. And now miss? What's my miss? Is there a miss that we had? If you're talking about the repeal, since it was cast out of the spell queller's ability, so it will always be 0 and we can't pay extra for X. We would want a bolt. Shivan Reef. Let's just attack. Should we attack? Nope, for Coco. Does he have it or not though? Because we have blanks in our hand. Yeah, but you're right. This is very um no for Coco. What do you mean? Should we attack or not? What do you think, Sandberg? You have 3 minutes remaining. I can right click attack with creatures, or we can hold it back. Should we gamble, guys? At least we have lightning bolt. We do have three lightning bolts still, I think. No, let's attack. Because we're not a storm deck. We are an aggressive deck. If he has Coco, then I will flip this table. Go! This is it. He can. These are. So he fetched. This is another fetch, and he can't. He, what? Oh, he can't actually use Coco Choi. He needs to pay one life here, and then he needs to pay one life for the fetch also. If we will win this, it's gonna be very epic. Give Storm. Good game, good game. I think we're gonna be ending our stream um, with this win. So we'll just play round 3, round 4, round 5 later. I mean, not later. Maybe in the weekend. I still have. But tomorrow's a weekend. Okay, so I think we're gonna be ending the stream now. So at least we have a very epic game in game 3 of that round 2, where we transform our deck from a gift storm deck into an aggressive um, deck. So thank you very much everyone for. So again, I'd just like to show this. This is my deck list. If you want to refer to my deck, but I would strongly advise you to not use Sulfur Falls. Use Cascade. What's the Spire Bluff Canal? So it's just that I don't have access to Spire Bluff canals here in MTGO, but I do believe we have. I do have copies of that card in the physical cards. So I guess that's it for today. Thank you very much, everyone, for subscribing, for following, for engaging in the chat. So SS Clarom, Sunbirth, thank you. Maki TSO, Kuya, thank you. And Aries075, um, joining us from Canada. Thank you very much. So see you in our next stream. So thank you very much, everyone. Bye bye. Peace.